Welcome to Sports Gamer Online Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland, as the 4-4 Baltimore Vultures play host to the 7-1 Minnesota Legend. I'm Colin Northup, and joining me back again this week is Rick Northup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Baltimore.
Alongside set assistants Justin Reside, Ron Haynes, Cameron Irvine, our executive producer, we welcome you to the Saturday evening block here in Week 9 of the Simulation Football League season. Minnesota, Rick, has won 7 consecutive games following their opening defeat at the hands of Fort Worth. What's been the key to their winning streak?
Colin, Minnesota has been lighting up the scoreboard so far this season, averaging no fewer than 19 points during this win streak. They averaged 27 points a game coming in offensively, and our number 2 and our number 2 in passing yards per game at 268, as well as 3rd in total yards per game with 364, buddy.
On the other side for Baltimore, they find themselves at exactly 500 with 3 regular season games to go. It's a very unusual position for them to be in, Rick. What contributed to the current situation?
Yeah, first of all, both these teams' standings or win-loss records is incredible to me, but it's a very unusual position for Baltimore because they've always been well above 500 through Week 9. Historically, as a franchise, a big part of their struggle, Colin, this season's been taking care of the football. Baltimore comes into the weekend with a -3 turnover differential despite having forced 17 takeaways on defense, which ranks number 4 in the league. The quarterback, Jack Wigmore, needs to be careful when it comes to putting the ball downfield and keeping it out of harm's way.
As Minnesota will get first possession of the football, led by Johnny Reno, number 2 in completions and number 1 in yards, with just over 2,105 yards coming in. He'll start with a rollout. Throw backside, tipped in the air and incomplete. He's the quarterback. Halfbacks are Isaac Knox, the rookie, and the veteran Colin Hart in his 12th season. Justin Williams is the fullback. Wide receivers Quag Mam, Deezer Powell, T. the Queen, and Jay Taylor. Tight ends Robert Henson Jr. and Jason Frall.
Here we go, 2nd and 10. 2 split to the bottom, Colin.
Back to throw again. Here's the dump off to Hart. Swing specialist tackled for no gain by number 41, Bolt, for Baltimore. The offensive line is rookie Barr and Axel Raven at the tackles. Ruthie Raven and Dusty Wilson are the guards. And it's anchored by Trey Hyman, the center. It's a 3rd and 10 already for Minnesota as they motion Hart out of the backfield.
4 split out to the top.
Reno back to throw. Blitz from the backside. Keenan Samuels got him, and for a loss of 6, it will be 4th and 16, and Minnie Malello on for Minnesota.
Wow. Sack time already, Colin, and 3 and out for the Legend. That's a good start for the Vultures on defense. You want to tell us about their offense coming to the field?
Well, their offense is led by the quarterback we talked about in the pregame, Jack Wigmore, number 9. Warren Murray is the main tailback, but you'll also see contributions from Albrook Kimbrell, the 7th-season veteran previously spent time with the Las Vegas Fury. T-Roy Gaines, the Hall of Famers at fullback, but you'll see him tilt the ball plenty, lined up at the tailback spot. Ivory Irvin, David Anderson, Daly Holder, Mac Team are the wide receivers. Irvin returns the ball up to the Baltimore 45-yard line. Caesar Ackerman and Jackson Roberts are the tight ends. Dirk Clarles, Ray Arnold, and Olivia Bleeker are all the tackles. Alden Bleeker is the guard, along with Jay Arnold, Don Johnson. Number 53 is the center. That's the offensive lineup for the Vultures. 1st and 10 from the 45. Wigmore under center, turns, gives to Murray, and Murray will scoot ahead for 6 yards.
You know what I got to say about that first little exchange, Colin, is that Baltimore holding them 3 and out, and after executing the punt and the punt return, Baltimore gets really good field position out of this. So, you know, A little maybe early momentum swinging towards Baltimore here, and they pick up 6 yards on the first play.
3 tight ends on the field. It'll be another run this time to T-Roy Gaines, and Gaines plows ahead and picks up a first down. Let's introduce you to that Minnesota defense. Angela Meerkat and Mark Miller are the defensive ends. The tackle is Max Knight, number 97. Stephen Black, Matthew Alvarado, and Jason Clare are the linebackers. Cody Griffin, Nicholas Frossel, Johnny Bravo are the corners. Safeties are Adrian Blaine and Jubilee Marsh, and the strong safety is Derek Meerkat, number 47.
So Baltimore gets the first down of the game, Colin, and they're on the plus side of the field.
It would be another handoff again to Murray, and he's tackled after another 4-yard pickup.
Well, one thing about, we talked about the records and the surprising records for both teams. Baltimore, I don't think has ever been below 500, Colin.
No, they never lost more than 4 games in any given season, too.
Wow. That's crazy, right? So they've got a lot of weapons, and they know how to do things. Just had a rough go of it here over the last couple 3 games.
This is a unit that averages coming in 110 rush yards as a collective. Coming in, leading rusher is Warren Murray with 431 yards. T-Roy Gaines has 8 rushing touchdowns. That's number 2.
110 rushing yards collectively doesn't average per game. Doesn't seem like Baltimore's usual standards.
Murray picks up another first down, and he's tackled down, but not before he picks up another set of downs for his ball club.
Clearly emphasizing the run. Same thing we were just talking about. Maybe they realize they've got to get the rushing game going, and maybe that'll be the key to generating more victories than they've had so far.
Right you are about that one. Derek Meerkat leads Minnesota with 4 interceptions on the year. That's 6th best in the league. Leading sackers Max Knight with 6. That's 3rd most.
Look out.
Wigmore will go down. It's sack time for the first time. Bringing him down is Mark Mello. Just his 2nd sack on the year, right?
That's great. Yeah, timely sack right there. And maybe that's why they're committed to the run. Maybe they're not so good at pass pro. We'll see.
Wigmore is 2nd in yards with just over 2,008 yards. He's number 3 in touchdowns with 13, but has 21 interceptions to his name. 4th in attempts and 6th in completions. So the individual statistics are good, but the interceptions are a bit high for him. He's back to throw. Wings it down the field. Oh! Wide open to Tyree Irvin. And he gets knocked out of bounds inside the 1. It'll be 1st and goal.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Whoa, Nelly. There we go. Look at that. And that's got the Baltimore faithful fired up.
I don't know how you lose that guy. He's Baltimore's leading receiver in every single category.
What is that, like an arrow route to the sideline or something? He just takes off on an angle. No moves, no nothing. Finds himself wide open.
2nd in yards.
Yep.
3rd in receptions and 3rd in receiving touchdowns. It'll be 1st and goal. 2 tight ends on the field. They're going to throw to Gaines out of the backfield. And Hall of Famer tacks on another touchdown as Gaines finds the end zone through the air.
No disrespect to Minnesota's D, but that was too easy. And Baltimore takes the early lead here.
Shark Tarkington is the kicker, 12th-year veteran. Special teams player of the year in season 19. All 12 years have been spent with Baltimore. Matty Coffin's 4th-year punter rounds out the special teams unit for the Vultures. Snap spot kick is good. And with 5:30 to go in the first, we have an 8-play, 55-yard drive, taking 3 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. And the Vultures strike first to go up by 7. Darkington to kick off. It's away and deep. Coming out of the end zone with it is Quag Mam, number 16, and He'll get tackled at the 25. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your play today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join Community button and begin your career or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to be involved. Minor league season coming up soon.
Absolutely. A lot of fun in the SFLM. And you know what's a lot of fun? If Minnesota can generate a few first downs here. And they know they need to. Let's see what they've got on offer for the Baltimore defense.
It'll be 1st and 10. Here's a fullback give to Justin Williams. He picks up 6 yards on the play. The former Arizona Scorpion, tackled down by Troy Loshaw. Talk about these Minnesota uniforms, Rick. They got all sorts of stripes, and they got the split helmet,
color
logo.
Fades, and the whole thing. They got a lot going on. You know what they say? They got it going on. That's so fresh. Their uniforms are so fresh.
And speaking of fresh, here's a fresh guy. Colin Hart picks up a first down.
Colin Hart, great player, fun to watch him do his thing. But yeah, in the world of haberdashery, the Minnesota Legend uniforms are up there. By the way, as everybody knows, you can get a vocabulary lesson when you're listening to Colin and I. There's your first vocabulary word, and here's another run.
Here's Williams' second carry on the drive, picks up 6 yards, and already the Legends seem to be more productive on this drive than they were on their very first possession of the football game.
Yes, they're determined to show that first possession was an anomaly.
It went backwards.
Is that a second vocabulary word? We use haberdashery and anomaly within like 30 seconds.
It's Hart again, picks up the first down. He's just dragging people. Troy Loshaw hitched on his back for a ride, but was unable to bring him down before he crossed the yellow line.
Across the magical yellow line that generates life, new life. Get you new plays. Free game. My misspent youth was spent at a place called Pinball Pete's, which was the college staple in the Midwest.
Great place. This completion goes down to T to Queen, number
T to Queen.
No, that's Deezer Powell.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Queen is 18, Powell's 17. Queen's old number was 17 at a previous stop in Seattle.
Oh man,
I apologize for any confusion.
I know that's the curse of having an eidentic memory, right? You can still see that number in the old uniform. Eidentic. Dang, look at me, busting out.
Jay Taylor in motion. He's flexed out almost like a tight end. Making this a 3-wide set. Reno on the roll again. Will throw straight down the middle of Williams, the fullback, who is way downfield. He'll get tackled at the 20-yard line. Another first down for the Legend.
Yeah, that's exciting. You know what else is exciting? As I said, listening to Colin and I, you're going to get some vocab, which is important. English is the coin of the realm. You're going to get some boring history lessons and a bunch of obscure cultural references. So we think that's exciting as well. Back to the action, Colin. First down.
Reno 3 of 4 to start this ball game. Only 38 yards completed through the air. Here's the give to the backup fullback. That is Edwards. Picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's a good look at the coach on the sidelines. Minnesota has a pretty clean uniform set, Rick. With the Sasquatch.
Yes,
followed by the outline of the state in the background.
Coach needs to hit the weight room.
3 wide, 2 to the bottom. Single back. And they give it to Hart, and Hart spins to the hole and picks up another first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Minnesota.
Yeah, don't you know? We're all headed to the goals after this game, don't you know?
No, I thought he was going to Shopko.
Shopko went out of business. Me sad.
All right, 2:10 to go in this opening stanza. 1st and goal for Minnesota. Ball just short of the 5-yard line, about the 6. Reno checking into something else. Jay Taylor motions to the top of the screen.
Taking a while to get this set up, aren't they?
Here's the give to Knox, and Knox, the 14th overall pick, wiggles his way down to about the 2. It'll be second and goal.
Does that little nifty swim move that some of the running backs have. They actually bring the ball up shoulder level or maybe even above their shoulders to try and knife their way through or between some defenders.
Always glad to see Tyler Falk in the chat. How you doing there, bud? As the handoff goes to Hardy, stopped for no gain. It's third and goal.
Look at the vulture nation rising up here on D. Holy smoke.
So we're approaching under a minute. It's third and goal from about the 2. Last 2 runs into the line haven't netted much. Let's see what they do here as they come out with 2 wide.
I suggest they keep pounding it. There they go.
And they do, and it doesn't work.
Stop listening to me.
They went with Knox that time. And
wow.
Frank Smith, the inside linebacker, with the stop, and Mickey Malello on for the field goal attempt. Number 7. Splits the ball between the sticks. So 12 plays, 71 yards. They get 3 points, Rick, but they were hoping for 7.
Yes, and you got to count that as a win for the Baltimore D, as they were a little out of phase there on giving up for most of that drive, and they rise up on the goal line. Nice goal line stand, holds them to 3. As we're getting close to the end of the first quarter already.
Oh, it's been fast moving for sure.
Yeah, in
fact, so fast moving, we haven't had much time to go through the Baltimore defense.
Well, now that they've shown up, maybe they can get some airtime. And here's a return from the goal line.
Up the middle of the field, weaving his way
still
through
going.
traffic. We almost broke a second tackle.
So close.
David Anderson.
So close, don't you know?
Rick, he has only 3 grabs on the year, but 2 of them have been for touchdowns. Talk about maximum efficiency.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Yeah, who made the tackle on that one? I didn't see.
I bet he's going to get a nice reward from his special teams coach when this all said and done.
Right, a $50 gift card to the Applebee's up in Thunder Bay. In 2 Harbors, don't you know?
You get geography lessons. As Wigmore throws it tipped in the air and incomplete. Knocked down by number 52 for Minnesota. That's Stephen Black, who serves in the team's front office.
Yeah, so if you watched the Coen brothers film Fargo, here we go, our first, one of our many cultural references. There was some comment in the chat about the accents, and yeah, that's the old Scandinavian upper Midwest. It goes from the UP of Michigan across Wisconsin, don't you know, into Minnesota.
Caesar Ackerman on the catch, his first of the day from the tight end position. As we're approaching here quickly the end of a very fast-moving but still entertaining first quarter. 7-3 is our score.
Just want to note, I'm not fleeing the interview. No, he's fleeing the interview.
And it'll be a handoff to Warren Murray to end the quarter, and they didn't get the first down on 3rd down.
They might throw the little red flag on that one. That seemed awfully close, did it not?
Well, we'll wait and see what happens. It's the end of the first quarter, 7-3, Baltimore in front of Minnesota. Aerial coverage of today's game provided by Deck DroneWorks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at DexDroneWorks.com. That is the Washington Monument in Baltimore.
Wow, that's really cool. I didn't realize they had such neat architecture there. Never been to that town.
It's definitely on my list of places I want to go.
Until today. A lot of history there. Here's a punt for you.
Matty Coffins.
No challenge.
Gets it away. Baltimore elects not to challenge the spot on the failed third down attempt.
Instead, they challenge the return man.
Who gets tackled at the 20-yard line? Coffins. One of a handful of punters in this league, Rick. She is quite the leg, as Tita Queen was brought down there.
Yes. Nice boot there.
All right, up front for Baltimore defensively, they have defensive ends Robert Brady and Al Walker, Ralph Leopold, Nathan Brown, and Sir Rodney Yates the fourth are the tackles. Frank Smith is inside. He's flanked by Keenan Samuels and Alvin Mack. Corners, Ben Stackenpaper, Enzo Bolt, Marvin Himes, Elijah Warfield. Safeties are Sullivan Tyson, Giovanni Bolt, and Troy Loveshaw is at strong safety.
And while Colin, you were listening to Colin regale you with the roster, Minnesota attempts that toss sweep to the left side of the formation. Colin, and Baltimore holds them up for only a 2-yard gain.
Here's Reno back to the attempted one-handed catch by Powell, but he's unable to come down with it. Keenan Samuels, who already has a sack on the day, Rick, says no, sir.
Yeah, and sinking back into coverage, and that was really well timed. It appeared to my eye that he was tackling the receiver before the ball arrived, but they're saying it was well timed and incomplete, no hanky. Hey, we haven't had any penalties so far this game.
No challenges either. No red or yellow hankies.
Of course, we're expecting one now since we just brought that up.
Powell in motion to the top as they go 5 wide. Like the throws, Reno cocks this one and finds Powell for the first down.
That's an excellent throw in tight coverage. And the Legend kind of get a little breathing room here as they started out on the 20. Take themselves out to where they're going to mark at 38, 37.
Warfield had a couple of picks last week against our Motor City V8s. Unfortunately,
good for him, boo. Motor City says.
He made the tackle there.
Ooh, nice.
And the run up the middle. That's positive yards. That's another gain of 6 yards for the fullback, Williams. Leading interceptor for Baltimore is Elijah Warfield. He has 4. Enzo Bolt, he has 2 pick sixes on his 2 interceptions. So this is a team that's a threat to score when they grab the football. As Hart gets tackled to make it a 3rd and 1. And look at the early stats, Rick. Baltimore, yes, is trailing the statistics, but yet they're leading because they got a touchdown instead of a field goal.
Yeah, they had that one great drive, one good drive, and that's all it takes. Scoreboard, right? 3rd and 1. Important 3rd down here in the second quarter. Minnesota Legend.
Keenan Samuels came in tied with 4 sacks for the team lead. He's now all alone with 5 as they get the first down as the big guy Knox bangs ahead for the first.
Just by the hair of his chinny chin chin, and here comes that challenge flag.
Oh, we're going to take a retroactive look at the play. Brought to you by Retro. Let's get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. And Rick, as the umpire, takes a look under the hood. What do we see here? Let's see. So Knox cuts
he's kind of held up. It really depends on where his knee was when he was down.
Oh, this will be the definitive
there. It
shot.
Looked like he reached across the line to gain just as his knee was going down. Here's the official word.
You saw players blocking the view, and Baltimore wins the challenge,
Wow.
and Minnesota will be forced to give up the ball. Dr. Thomas Paternitti's pretty happy. On the other side, Minnesota, not so much.
Yeah, well, they didn't challenge earlier, so, they got nobody to blame.
Their head man is Axel Raven. 4th and inches, Minnie Milello on for the punt.
Well, the Vulture defense got a little mojo going here with that goal line stand, and now here they force a punt.
Ball
is it going to go in?
Oh! Just barely landed in the end zone. Great hustle down there by man on special teams.
They're marking him down at the 1.
Ooh.
I don't know about that. Where's the challenge flag for this one?
Yeah, ball is marked exactly at the 1. Jack Wigmore has to be careful citizen here.
A careful citizen. An upstanding contributing member to Baltimore society.
And he'll start with an handoff. And it was stopped on the line of scrimmage. That was Murray. Tackle made by Jason Clay.
A couple of housekeeping things here.
No, that was Alvarado, number 40.
Okay, I'll stop talking now. Are you done talking?
I'm done talking.
A couple of housekeeping things. We do have the Rick meter here in Baltimore with us, so you'll be getting a read on the Rick meter, and Denver Service Dog made the trip as well.
Murray up the middle will make it a 3rd and 4 situation.
Not a terrible down and distance, but in the shadow of your goal line, it's always a tense situation.
That was Nicholas Frossel down there on special teams who downed the punt. Pretty impressive speed.
Yeah, helmet sticker for that, bro.
3rd and 4 I formation. It's going to be a 3rd straight run to Kimbrell. He doesn't get the first down. He's stopped at the 10.
Colin, you know what? These running backs are in the league are all really good, but I got to tell you, that was one of the times you just run to the sideline, you run to the marker, you run to the stick, and he could have had it. He could have outraced them for that extra yard, but instead he gets a little greedy, in my opinion, tries to turn it up, or it doesn't recognize that that's all he needs to do, and here's the punt.
Goffins punts it away. Good hang time on this kick. It's over 4 seconds. And Minnesota will start in Baltimore territory as the Queen returns it up to the 47.
We'll close the loop on Denver, the Service Dog, as in our pre-production meeting, we were noting how Denver, the Service Dog, sometimes gets antsy and needs to be removed from the proceedings. But he's a good boy so far during this game, Colin.
Yes, he's decided now is the perfect time to take a nap.
He's not a fan of the SFL so much as he is of rabbits and bunnies and kitties. Likes to play. So here we go, 1st and 10. Let's keep our eye on the prize here.
Tight end in motion is Monsieur France, who resets on the other side. See what I did there? Is Reno back to throw, tipped and almost intercepted.
Yikes.
Alvin Mack almost got his paws on that one.
We're getting through the second quarter in pretty good order, Colin, and Minnesota. It's imperative that they put this in the end zone. I think at this point, unless they get a big chunk play, they're going to burn up 2, 3, 4 minutes trying to get there. And they started out with excellent field position. You cannot waste this.
Reno back to throw. Crossing route underneath. Jay Taylor hauls it in to set up a 3rd and 4. Liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, the SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. 3rd down, Reno fires. It's intercepted. Taken away. Giovanni Bolt. Number 41, the 13th year veteran, grabs it out of the air, and the drive is killed.
Killed? Yeah, just either a misfire on the route or by the QB, Colin. But
did you see that? He caught it with one hand and tipped it to himself.
A good hand catch of the day.
Ball is on the Vulture 18, so kind of works out to be a punt, but unfortunately for Minnesota, they get nothing out of that good field position.
Yes, like I said, that was a wasted opportunity, and they're going right at him here.
Throw down the middle to Irvin. Unable to haul it in. Black playing coverage from his little linebacker spot. Able to knock it away. And there's...
It's a good doctor telling him about that one patient who had this awful infection. Oh, sorry, I'm sure he was diagramming a play.
Breaking down strategy. All right. It's a 2nd and 10. We have 2 tight ends lined up to one side. Wigmore only 2 of 4 for 36 yards so far. Most of that was on the 1 catch to Urban for 28. He's been targeted 3 other times. 3 times in total as Alden. Only one of them is Wigmore. Down the field, tipped in, incomplete.
Oh, my.
His Minnesota secondary has been on point, especially that guy, number 33, Johnny Bravo. Mama.
You know what I think's happening here, Colin? I think the good doctor is recognizing that his defense is starting to play pretty solidly, and they're taking some shots, and they're not going to be afraid to punt it back to Minnesota if they don't pick up some first downs here.
Well, let's see how
very interesting.
Accurate you are, Nostradamus, with your prediction as it's a sack. It's a sack for the legend. Alvarado came flying in on a blitz, and Baltimore will be once again forced to punt. And right now, the doctor is angry.
The doctor is intense. Wow, that's they don't call me Nostradamus of the end zone for nothing.
Coffin's again on for another punt. She has to wonder if it's Groundhog Day at this point.
Well, yeah, maybe. Like I said, I think Baltimore took a calculated gamble or calculated bet that their defense was going to continue to play well, and they put Minnesota still has good field position, but they're not on the plus side of the field. Let's see what happens. I recommend Minnesota go back to the run. Maybe not up the middle so much, as Baltimore seems to have stiffened up there a little bit. But let's see what we got. I like the formation.
Nice to see.
Get my old school football juices flowing there.
As Reno fires complete to Taylor. That's good for the first down. Always nice to see Mickey Malello in the chat.
That's right, Mickey. So fine.
Especially when he's not wearing his Sasquatch cut.
That's right. So I love an old school formation, and they run a modern play out of it. They find a gap in the zone there, and they deliver.
We have a 1st and 10. Clock is at 4:50 and counting, going at very fast moving first half. Minnesota down by 4, 7-3. Quick drop by Reno, pumps. Under duress in the pocket, and down he goes for a short loss. Tackle made by number 93, Al Walker.
Got hemmed in the pocket, and eventually the back, not even from the backside, the backside, I guess. I don't know. Gets him, whatever. So 2nd and 12.
All of a sudden,
they're throwing some haymakers at each other here from a defensive standpoint, and trying to make something happen on offense has become interesting here, Colin. The chess game.
They line up in an ace formation, and they get it anyway on 2nd and 12. Jason France hauls in his first catch of the day, and a big tight end fires up his bench with that one.
That's a Christmas miracle as the French pull out a big gain. Nice, same thing, Colin. That's actually the same soft spot in the zone that they exploited earlier.
6'7", 270, but look at that, Rick. He runs like a deer.
Runs like a deer. He runs like a deer.
His teammates call him Moose, and there is the catchphrase, Viva la France, says Axel Raven.
That's right.
This pass is complete out to Colin Hart. The swing specialist picks up 9.5 yards for the first down.
How was that not a first down? It looked like he must have stepped out just shy. Obviously just shy. That's where they're marking him. But look at this, right? Oh, yep. Good call. It's a call by the Johnnies on the spot. John Law ref.
Second catch of the day for Hart. Got about 9 yards on that drive, 9.5. Unofficially call it. It'll be 2nd and inches. Here's the give off to Hart again, and he picks up the first down this time. And he'll set him up with a 1st and 10.
Hey, if you want some quality additional commentary, check out the chat. Demon's note on there. Love it. Good point. Good pickup on that.
3 wide receivers out. plus a tight end. Reno back to throw. Fires down to the end zone. Looking for Tina Queen, but instead Troy Loshaw had other ideas. 2nd and 10.
That had me nervous there. A lot of traffic. Could have gone either way. Completion pick ends up incomplete.
Got an I formation. One receiver flexed in very tight split. Foul down to the bottom. Here's the give on the fullback dive to Justin Williams. That's already his 5th carry of the day. Sets up a 3rd and 5.
They can technically get a first down here without scoring, but that's a narrow stripe of territory there. I'm going to go for the end zone here.
Well, they line up a shotgun here on 3rd and 5. Okay, whatever floats your boat, I guess, as Reno drops back, fires to the end zone, tipped and incomplete, and they'll be forced to settle for another 3 points as Giovanni Bolt knocks it away.
I take it your opinion of that formation was less than positive, Colin.
Look, there were 3 red-shirted defenders covering the 1 white-shirted receiver. There was also Tina Queen, but just too much congestion for my liking.
Yeah, I don't think that developed the way they had it drawn up on the grease board, well, on the whiteboard with the grease pencil there. So it's another field goal attempt.
23-yarder for Mickey. And it's up and good. So it goes from a 4-point game to a 1-point game, falling another 3-pointer to cap a 52-yard drive in 9th place.
You know, and that's not terrible, right, Colin? I mean, obviously they want to put it in the end zone, but Minnesota has struggled more than they've had success, in my opinion, in the first half, and they're just down by 1 on the road. Not a terrible spot to be in, and we'll see what there's still almost 3 minutes to go. 3 full timeouts as well for the Vultures. Let's see what they've got dialed up.
And he's was 19 and 19 coming in. It now makes him 21 for 21.
Who is?
Mickey Malello on field goal attempts.
Yep.
As David Anderson sets his team up with good field position just short of the 30 on the return.
We should ideally be going into a semi-hurry up that would evolve into a hurry up as they get into a 2-minute drill here. Also, don't forget, running the hurry up prevents substitutions and a break for the defense.
So 3 timeouts in their back pocket should they decide to use them. Irvin goes in motion to the bottom of the screen. Wigmore throws, finds Irvin, first down to the 40. Been a while since we called that connection, Rick.
Yep, and nice play and timely play by Irvin.
Just a little arrow route over the middle of the field.
Yeah, they motioned him out there, and they must have seen that they didn't really have a good coverage plan for him, and nobody picked him up. He could have gotten that ball any time from 1 step over the line of scrimmage.
2 tight ends in the formation. Wigmore finds the man underneath. That's Murray. Tries to make the spin move, but only nets 3 yards out of it. It's 2nd and 7, clock stop at 2:11.
I was going to say, does get the clock to stop with that, which could be valuable here later in this drive.
Well, they wind the clock anyway.
So oh, they did.
Must not have gone out of bounds.
Forget what I said, yeah.
Clock reaches a 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. I'm Colin Northrop, Rick Northrop here with you. Our statisticians Justin Reside and Ron Haynes.
The Rick Meter and Denver the Service Dog have made the trip as well, and we'll get a Rick Meter reading here shortly.
The bookies of the SFL have set Baltimore 4.5-point underdog at home, over under 48.5. So far, it's played into that lowish total, but Baltimore's in front by 1 point. Currently, as Wigmore has to take off out of the pocket and run, and he'll net himself about 6 yards or he'll net himself about 3 yards actually. That'll be
a short gain, yes. Looked like he had some daylight, but QBs aren't known generally for their wheels. And the defense comes up and makes a stop. 3rd and 4.
2 receivers to the top, 2 tight ends to the same side as Wigmore finds him again. That's Irvin. First down, Baltimore.
Hello, Irvin. He's got 2 important catches on this drive, Colin.
And Ivory goes, did I do that?
Well, I don't know. There's maybe a mix-up on the routes. Look at this. You got 2 receivers in the same area. Sing me an aria. Take me out to the ball game. Oh, sorry.
Oh, they go empty. Back to throw is Wigmore. Sets, fires, incomplete. No flag called as it's intended for Anderson. Stops the clock with 67 seconds left.
Baltimore trying to get into a position to extend their lead with a touchdown or a field goal.
Lead. How you think there as Anderson goes? No, that's Irvin goes in motion again.
Well,
nobody picks him up.
They do not have good coverage on that. Those split to the bottom.
They go that way, and Murray dropped the ball.
I don't know that was the right receiver to throw to. Am I wrong?
Clock stopped. It's 3rd and 10.
Yikes.
For those of you keeping track at home, Shark Tarkington's long is only 47, and he's 7 of 8 field goals of the year. So you think they need to get at least a little bit closer if they don't pick up the first down.
Yeah, obviously they'd like to at least pick up 5 to 7 yards here.
Wigmore finds his man underneath. That's Chima, his first catch of the day, and Baltimore calls a timeout as they net themselves a first down.
They do. Who cares about the kicker when you can get a first down?
First catch of the day for Chima.
Hey, kickers are people too.
First down they throw to him. Team's second leading receiver. 578 yards on 36 grabs and 3 touchdowns. Back to throws, Wigmore. 7-step drop, fires down the field. Irvin had it, but it was deflected away brilliantly on the play by Cody Griffin. 2nd and 10.
And now we get back into a tight chess match here, Colin. Inside field goal range.
Offset single back, 3 wide receivers. Irvin back. That's Gaines back there as Wigmore finds down the middle of the field. That's Ackerman, the tight end, and he'll get tackled at the 5-second timeout called by Baltimore.
I feel bad for Minnesota. I don't know if you noticed. I didn't catch the number, but they had their 4 down linemen, and then they brought a linebacker on a sort of a delayed blitz, and that blitz was executed by that linebacker basically just running straight up the field. Had no impact on the play and took a person out of coverage by doing that. And it gets exploited.
4 wide on the play. Wigmore back to throw, goes to the end zone, touchdown to Irvin.
Wow, there you go.
And Baltimore extends their lead.
Oh, turn away, don't look at that. Put a shirt on.
As he eye points the ball for his 7th receiving touchdown of the year. And if you wanted a microcosm of how this game has gone, the first half, Minnesota scored field goals in the red zone, while Baltimore scored touchdowns.
Scored a couple touchdowns, exactly right. Oh, bad snap, lays on the turf. Good hands for the holder. Pick that up. Get that through the uprights. And just in from the Rick meter, we're going advantage Baltimore. Advantage Baltimore here near the end of the second quarter. You got a quarter? Anybody heard the quarter lady story? Maybe I'll tell that later.
Kickoff by Tarkington. Will be downed in the end zone by Mam, and the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, this has got to be one of those points, Colin, where you run a play or two, see if you can pick something up. If you don't, maybe you just kind of wave the surrender flag, but Baltimore has just one timeout left, so wouldn't hurt him.
Let's see what they elect to do here. Remember, Minnesota received the ball first, and they'll start with a run to Hart.
Mm-hmm. Well, now they don't have to snap it anymore. If they don't feel like it, maybe they don't feel like it. Totally bogus, Mr. Hand.
2nd and 4. Couple second differential between the game clock and play clock.
I calculated he wasted 3 hours of my time in class.
Here's Knox, picks up the first down. And let's see if they can get one more play off. They will. Yes, it'll be a pitch out to the backup. Fullback Edwards picks up 3 yards. It'll be time expired, 14-6. Our ball game at the half. Rick,
yes.
I'm curious your thoughts.
Well, as I said, this has been interesting. At various times, both teams were trying to throw some haymakers with deep passes and other things. We had one pick, right? And Minnesota, the Minnesota juggernaut, has not looked like it was firing on all cylinders, so to speak, in that first half. Colin, only 6 points. And hats off to Baltimore, putting it in the end zone twice, as you noted, Colin, in a field goal to touchdown scoring contest. They're on top 14-6.
Our Baltimore defense, they've gotten a couple of sacks from a couple of different guys. And that man's been the key. 4 grabs, 71 yards, and the second touchdown and a half. Average yards per catch, sparkled it.
Yeah, like I said, that was the all-urban drive there. And the second touchdown.
All right, we'll start things off. Baltimore will receive. Welcome back to Sports Gamer Online Stadium here in Baltimore. Check out sportsgamersonline.com or check them out on YouTube and see why millions visit their website and YouTube channel. As the hometown Vultures in a surprising lead over what has been the hottest team in the Simulation Football League. As Anderson on the return gobbles up a ton of real estate and he'll get tackled past the 40-yard line.
Man, he's goes full Pac-Man there, gobble, 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 right through everybody. And it's a super return. If you're Baltimore, or a Baltimore fan right now,
look at that return average.
Yeah, you got to be quietly excited. Yeah, and that's a sweet stat box right chair.
9:54 to go in the opening quarter. Ball on the Baltimore 40. Be 1st and 10. 2 tight ends to the same side, 1 receiver each side. Single back is Murray. Murray gets the ball and he plows straight ahead for 9 yards. He'll give it.
In the field of opportunity, it is plowing time again.
Oh
my goodness. Oh my goodness. You got to be a fan of famous Canadian rock and roll artists to know to pick up on that one. But the line stands.
As Kimbrell checks in as the single back now for the 2nd down and 1.
Oh, here's that old school.
They pitch it out, and Kimbrell runs over a man and picks up a first down.
Yeah, I got you. I got your first down, and a couple more.
A little extra oomph. Baltimore still trailing in the total yards department, but they're leading on the scoreboard.
Yeah, interesting little comparison right there. Short drop and throw.
Ackerman hauls it in. His first grab of this half. He had 2 grabs before that. And Wigmore starting to heat up a little bit. 9 of 15 for 111. 1 touchdown. Let me take a look at his
the passing chart. There are only 3 incompletions.
7 of 10 for 75 yards in his last 10 throws. Murray picks up the first down, and Baltimore just continues to churn out the yards.
Minnesota's D needs to come up with another play here, which of course they can do. And they've in this 7-game, they're riding a 7-game winning streak.
Here's T-Roy Gaines lined up as the tailback. He gets stopped near the line of scrimmage for no gain. I think Yates in the chat, she says Canada has rock and roll with 3 questions.
I know, right? Yeah, they're all nice. They're all nice rock and rolls. Let's see if we can name a few of them. Katie Lang, right? Brian Adams, Neil Young,
Nickelback. Even though some people
Nickelback. Oh no, that's gonna trigger a bunch of chat gripes.
As Murray gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Celine Dion, right? Yeah. She's French Canadian. Oui.
Oui. Uh-oh.
I don't know why Nickelback's so controversial, but it is, and look at this. That's not controversial at all.
That's the nice hands catch of the game. Ivory Irvin holds it in again. That's brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handout in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23.
It's a sweet system. Get one. All right, Robert. The replacements. Bare Naked Ladies.
Gaines picks up about 9 yards.
Rolls over the 2-7. Who's 2-7? Give me that.
For Minnesota, that's Adrian Blaine, and the poor young lady who
makes the tackle, but
was taken for a ride.
Adds an extra yard. You know, sometimes that's all you can do. Just hang on for dear life.
3 carries, 15 yards. 1 touchdown through the air.
Mr. T. Gaines. A little tight goal line look there.
Murray, first down.
Yeah, hey, I'm a big fan of the goal line on short yardage.
As we have a 1st and 10. Three wide in the formation. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, and they'll run right out of it to Kimbrell. And Kimbrell, trying to make some headway, only picks up 2 yards. Robert Ensign in the chat says the closest in Canada as to a rock star is Chris Jericho.
No doubt.
We had some nice flowing from the chat as far as Canadian-based artists go.
Yes.
Oh, and that pass was nearly intercepted. Cody Griffin almost came up with that one. Third and 8 for Baltimore. They were pretty efficient on 3rd down in the first half of this football game. They were
the McKenzie brothers.
4 of 7. And they converted 1 early.
Sorry, I'm talking over you. I'm going to stay focused here. I'm focused on the Great White North.
Wigmore on the roll, backside throw, and he got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's Irvin again. Colin, what is going on? Oh, you guys got their shirts back on. Thank goodness.
Irvin's 2nd touchdown grab of the ball game extends the lead out even further, and the hill just got more difficult for Minnesota to climb.
Oh, don't look now. The Vultures are about to go up 21-6. Even Denver's shaking his head at that.
3rd down efficiency, 5 of 8 Minnesota 1 of 6. That has definitely played a big part in Minnesota's red zone struggles. 12 plays, 59 yards, 4:20 taken off the clock.
Well, and with that extra point, that seals the deal for the Rick meter. The Rick meter is going probable Baltimore. Probable Baltimore. If it wasn't for Minnesota as the opponent and their 7-game rocking win streak here, it might be even worse or better for Baltimore. Worse for the opponent, but probable Baltimore at this point, Colin.
Return up to the 30-yard line for Minnesota, and all of a sudden the Legend find themselves in a bit of a deeper hole. As I stated before, the first drive of the second half, and it occurs with 5:36 to go in the third.
Yeah, Baltimore very good at chewing up that clock.
Reno fires down the field. Jay Taylor has it near the midfield stripe for a first down. The 2024 SFL Convention is headed to South Shore Arbor Resort in Lake City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th through the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all the details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and more. We're going to be there.
So excited. Colin Rick will be there.
Reno back to throw. Underneath. Ooh, tipped away by Frank Smith. He had an easy time reading that one. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you know, Reno, you keep calling Reno. Good player, good quarterback, but the town, yeah, I had gotten kidnapped out of Reno when I was riding the rails during the Great Depression. I have good memories of Reno, the city.
Johnny's back to throw. Moves the pocket, ball's out. Picked up by one lineman. That's Raven. It was knocked all the way back to his own 40, and it'll be a loss of 7 on the play. But it could have been a loss of the football for Minnesota, which would have made things even more ugly.
So opportune for the big fella. Get another look at it. Just loses his grip, and number 74 says, I got you. I got you.
Al Walker forced the fumble, but Baltimore unable to recover. And Minnesota is throwing the challenge flag, and they said the arm
may have been going forward.
Let's take a retroactive look at the play. Brought to you by Retroid.
Yes.
Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. And, well, another examination under the hood, and this one.
I don't know. I think he lost his grip. I'm going to go with fumble. Let's see, though, Colin. I was wrong on the previous challenge.
Let's see. Ooh,
wow.
Minnesota wins the challenge, which is critical because that doesn't include the loss of yardage.
Yes, exactly.
And the good doctor is shaking his head.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head on both of these replays so far. I don't know.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 as a result of the fumble.
Duck rule.
He got trips to the top of the screen. Reno has to put it up in the air. Scrambles out of pocket, fires down the field, tipped and incomplete.
Oh man, come on guys! I don't know about that play call, buddy.
Troy Loshaw knocked it away, and the frustrations for the Legend continue.
High risk, high reward on that, and yeah, it's like just an intermediate route or a couple of crossing concepts or something, just 7 to 12 yards down the field. Been more in order. Anyway, it's a punt.
Mini Malalo on for the kick, and ball will bounce at the 10, but this time it won't stay in the field of play and will go to the end zone for a touchback. Ball comes out to the 20. Be 1st and 10 for the Vultures. With 4:44 to go in the third. Rick, they have chewed up a lot of clock on their 3 scoring drives so far this football game.
Yeah, and that's a real risk for Minnesota here, and giving the ball back to a Baltimore offense that is tonight doing an excellent job of matriculating down the field and burning clock.
They've also done a good job taking care of the football as Wigmore finds, guess who, Ivory Irvin, over the middle. And number 10 continues to rack up the yards and the stats. That is his 7th catch. He's now up over the 100-yard mark, sitting at 101.
Well, it's really cool when a player starts to take over the game, like seems to be happening right here. You look at the man, the myth, the legend, 110 yards already. And he didn't. I don't think he had any even touch the ball in the first quarter. Maybe even hardly in the till halfway through the second.
Ackerman over the middle picks up 6. That'll be 2nd and 4. Ackerman's been the other active target. Chima has the 1 catch for 10 yards. But other than that, only David Anderson, who has 1 target, has been really looked at by Wigmore. Irvin's gotten the lion's share of the load.
Indeed, the legend D-line shifts to its right. Oh, man, and they run at the gap.
And Murray picks up the first down, falling in sort of the late spin move.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get another look at it, but you could, en masse, the D-line shift to their left, and the Vultures ran into the space, vacated. There they do it again. Vacated by the left end.
Is Irvin in motion? Nobody goes with them, so they're most likely in
the safety
zone
goes
coverage. But it'll be a run to Kimbrell, and Kimbrell driving 9.5 yards is the unofficial total, but it looked like he had the first down there.
It sure did. Looked like that first down was there. He's not going to challenge that. They've got a couple more whacks at less than a yard.
5 carries, 19 yards for Hubba.
Hubba.
Murray has 11 carries for 39 yards. Murray gets the ball here, breaks it, tackle, and gets the first down as forward progress, and that's him. A fresh set of downs.
Okay. All right.
And Minnesota's challenging the spot of the ball. So
I was going to say that seemed closer than sort of automatically giving it to him.
So let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your SFL console at GoRetroid.com. And once again, this is the second challenge for Minnesota. Remember, if they win this one, they get a third.
Maybe he got there. Here we go. Oh, man, just did the ball. The ball may have broken the mythical yellow plane. Here we go.
They'll overturn the call on the field. Interesting. So Minnesota nets themselves a third challenge. And the coach down there on the sidelines is happy. Thomas Paternitti has to go, man.
3rd and inches now. Here we go.
You got a big hole
by the narrowest of margins.
You got 2 big backs back there, Gaines and Murray.
They have a sneak play in their book this week, Colin. Let's see.
200 pounds and 240. They give to the fullback, and he gets the first down anyway.
He does. Give it to the heavy. Fullbacks are always hungry for a carry, and they want to be successful when they get it.
Do they ever? As we have Jackson Roberts lined up at fullback now. Murray gets the handoff, picks up 2. Interesting use of the second tight end there by Baltimore.
Right. Mixing it up a little bit.
As again, we take a look at total yards this quarter. 92 to 19.
92, eh?
That tells
holy cow.
the whole story right there. Baltimore is
Runs again. Look at
Continue
this.
to get possession of the ball, and it results in plays like this
My
and
goodness.
situations like this, and Minnesota's unable to get off the field.
Awfully close to a first down again.
Broke a tackle right there. Almost broke a second one. Did Murray. And the man they call the Warhorse sets him up in third and very manageable.
Warhorse.
As Hubbard Kimball lines up at fullback, T-Roy gains at tailback.
Oh.
Talk about this for a little trickery. Give you something to think about.
Trickeration.
And they'll give it to
who got in the back?
Tackle in the backfield, and he does it.
Oh my gosh.
Stephen Black got him again. That's his 8th tackle.
Who got in the backfield right off the get-go? Blew that whole play up. It looked like a for sure first down, except, they forgot to block somebody. We're not going to get another look at it.
Well, they're lined up to go for it anyway. They're going for the whole enchilada, and Murray doesn't get.
Wow. Maybe a little too complicated of a play there as they put 2 men into the line to try and create something.
Tackle made for the second lane in a row by Stephen Black, and Minnesota gets possession near the end of the third.
Yeah, good job, Minnesota D. Let's see if the offense can rise up like their defense just did.
We have a 1st and 10. Minnesota 37. Reno back to throw. Fires down the middle of the field. Jay Taylor with a catch. Broken tackle, and he's away.
Whoa.
Tackled short of the 30-yard line. Stephen Black, 10 total tackles.
Stephen back.
1 pass deflection. And go with 10 total tackles. One of them was the TFL non-critical. Then at 4th down, Jay Taylor is 4th reception on his 5th target.
I think he just changed his name. There's Stephen Black. Inadvertently called out the home office there. Well, that's exciting.
Reno wings it deep in. The Queen holds it down as Royalty sets her team up with 1st and goal.
Yes, and the Minnesota bench can feel it. They're like, yes, this is how we play. This is how we do it, right? So they're excited. See if that translates into some points here for the Legend.
We're approaching the end of the third. This has been the problem area for Minnesota so far. They've netted 2 red zone field goals, and of course, they threw an interception. It's Reno to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota, Jay Taylor.
Not this time. No soup for you, kicker. We scoring a touchdown.
And Jay Taylor, who had a critical catch to start the drive, ends the drive with a touchdown score. Wow. As far as Mr. Taylor goes, that's only his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year. Puts him now in a 4-way tie for 1st. Reno's thrown touchdown pass number 13. They'll try for 2. No, they'll kick the extra point.
They're going to kick it.
With Mickey, and it's good.
Right, because that makes them an 8-point game. Going for 2 and missing means it's still a 2-score game. Well, we've got a 1-score game here, Colin.
Well, put your numbers up in the chat, folks. It's 21-13, Baltimore in front.
The of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore our library and find the perfect track for your project, visit apmmusic.com. And boy, that last touchdown drive had to be music to the ears of every backer of this Legend team.
Exactly, giving the Legends some hope. Now their defense, which got the ball back for the offense, who responded. It's back to the defense to see what they can do. course, Baltimore with that quiet confidence I think that they've built up in this game, Colin, knowing they can move themselves down the field fairly methodically and try and do it again here.
We're going to have motion by Irvin. This time somebody follows him. It's Cody Griffin. Still playing a bit off of him. This will be a run play to Murray. Murray breaks one tackle. Almost broke a second one. That's himself 7 yards.
Trying to recreate Grant's march from Chattanooga on to Atlanta. Just inexorably slicing through the D with their running game, Colin.
It's been a really efficient ground game. Even if the yards per carry haven't been impressive. It's a loss on the play. I believe that was gains on the carry. Sets up a 3rd and 3. Third down and 3. 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver flexed as Murray gets the ball, gets the first down, and away he goes. Has the first down, but we got somebody hurt. It's Murray. The Warhorse is injured.
Oh, no. Hopefully I don't have to put him down. It's a equine joke there.
And the doctor has to be wondered about the health of his player here. As he got the first down, but at what cost? Now we'll see Hubbard Kimbrell take the majority at back carries. You see 17 carries, 65 yards. 3.8 yards to carry, no touchdowns, but they've all been tough, efficient yards. Kimbrell's now back there in the single back. Here's turns, gives to Hubba, and Hubba picks up 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Still going with the solid run game.
Just trying to grind.
Yep.
Using
grinding it, using that to set up some sprinkled in passing plays. Super effective, Colin, as they approach midfield.
Here's the give to the backup tailback, who nets himself a first down. That is Smith.
Oh, the good doctor's got to be loving this, Colin. I don't believe he was touched until he had already gained the first down. Minnesota's going to have to adjust and figure this out real quick.
Type Attack with an interesting comment in the chat. He says, "Can you edit T-Pat's face onto the trainer?"
That's funny.
How can a guy be in 2 places at once?
Get away from me!
With a stiff arm and gets knocked out of bounds at the pick of a bait.
Oh my gosh! Have a seat, he says. Who is the victim of that?
Guy dove at him. Ooh. And get a good number, but he definitely threw a guy out of the club. It's 2nd and 2.
My goodness. My goodness. Baltimore is here to play. And the Minnesota Legend need to ditch the Minnesota Nice, don't you know?
Start playing.
Yeah, or are they going to hit the Sona with a loss?
Give to Gaines first.
First down, man. Well, the hometown crowd loving this. It's like a triple-decker Stanford Stadium. You ever notice that? That's what I say, especially the red.
7 carries, 23 yards, 1 touchdown for Gaines.
You know, Leland Stanford was one of the big 4 that developed the Central Pacific Railroad that formed half of the Transcontinental Railroad built by General Grant, who took Atlanta anyway.
Throw in the middle, intercepted. Coming back the other way is Nicholas Russell up to the Minnesota 32. Uh-oh.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Well, no more Minnesota Nice, eh?
There's Russell with an impressive leap to grab that one out of the air. And
Russell. That's fun to say. Russell.
His 3rd pick, his 4th pick of the area, 3 coming in. So he's now tied for the team lead. 7:09 to go in this football game. Down by 1 score, and they have plenty of time to work their offense, which starts with a 4-yard gain to set up 2nd and 6.
Boy, and the Minnesota faithful are breaking out their lucky rabbit's foot, rosaries, quietly thinking this can happen. At least tie this thing up. There's a chance. What you're saying is there's a chance.
Oh, one of the great movies of all time. Right there. It's Knox on the carry, and the big rookie will net a 3rd and inches.
Oh, man, so close. Yeah, people who don't like that movie are dumb. See what you did there.
3rd and inches. Minnesota, they've only been 1 for 6, but they can practically sneeze across the line of scrimmage to get the first down. Let's see what they do here.
Oh, the deep give gets it. Oh, wow.
Hart barely got it.
Barely, but he did. Another set of downs, Colin.
Here they line up in the eye. One receiver either side. Reno back to throw. Down the middle, but we're going to get a PI call.
Got our first hanky.
Jason France was the intended receiver. Frank Smith got caught with his hand in a cookie jar. And it'll be first down on the Baltimore 49-yard line as a spot foul.
Exactly. Don't mess with France.
Ooh. He was blocking his path to the ball. And then he ripped them down aggressively.
I don't. Okay. Suddenly I'm Joe Pesci. Okay.
Clock stopped with 5:44 left.
What am I? What do I look like? The Crips accountant?
Reno, quick drop. Has to extend it a little bit.
Oh.
Fires.
Yeah,
Incomplete.
that
Alvin Mack knocks it down.
Bad selection there.
2nd and 10.
Maybe there was nothing else there. Just kind of threw it over there, see what might happen.
Johnny Reno, his last 10 pass attempts. He's now 4-10. Brady 4 yards. We have a 2nd and 10 out of the eye. Reno, medium drop back, throws underneath to Taylor. Only nets him 3 yards as the clock continues to wind down.
3 yards and a running clock. Exactly.
Tomorrow, kicking off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Charleston puts their 4-game winning streak on the line against Marcus Dunhill in the 5-3 Fort Worth Toros. Other action includes Florida and Atlanta, Vancouver and Indianapolis, and Jacksonville, Carolina. For the full weekend schedule, visit simulationfl.net. As once again they face with another 3rd down, this time longer. Can they convert? Yes, they can. It's quick, man. And what a time of the day for your first catch by number 16 as the clock ticks under 5.
They're pulling out all the stops now. Hat tip from the color guy, if anybody knows what pulling out all the stops, the origin of that one, is. First down, Colin, just under 5 minutes to go. Minnesota needs a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion. That'll tie them if they can do it.
Here's T to Queen in motion as they go with 5 wide. Now they trips it up, 2 to the bottom side. Reno back to throw. Fires down the field, incomplete. Looking for Jason France, the big tight end, but alas, no cigar.
No soup for you. No soup for you.
We have a 2nd and 10. Even with the last couple of conversions, Minnesota's still 2 for 9.
Yeah, living on the edge, right? A couple of big 3rd down conversions on this drive. 3rd and long conversions.
Back to throw is Reno. Fires. Complete to Taylor. First down. Past the 20-yard line. Short of the 15.
Holy smoke. Hang on to your toque. Get yourself out of the sauna, Minnesotans. Start paying attention to this one.
Taylor, he's now officially over the 100-yard mark. He has been the key guy. 6 grabs on 8 targets. It's Reno on the rollout. Throws. Complete to Tita Queen.
Really like that play. They haven't done the rollout or the sprint out yet. And they're bringing it out here in the red zone. And the game on the line.
Only her second catch of the ball game. She had 1 catch for 24 yards earlier. That one didn't go for a lot of yards, but was much needed by her ball club.
Brings up 1st and goal. Goal.
3:15 counted.
Unbalanced heavy line. Check it out.
Give to Hart. Hart weaving through traffic, breaking a tackle. Almost got there. Tackled at the 2. As here we go with the hurry up.
Throwing the hurry up at him. I love it.
An unexpected place to do it, but they must like the set. Throw to the end zone. France unable to hold, and it's 3rd and goal.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I thought Hart was jammed up in the backfield, and what a lot of talent and skill he's got getting through all of that and down in the doorstep of the goal line to bring up 2nd and goal. Now we're at 3rd and goal after that incomplete. 2 plays to stick it in here. I don't think you want to settle for a field goal because you may not see the ball again.
Now they go 2 wide receivers to the bottom side of the formation. Reno is going to throw.
Ooh.
To the end zone, tipped and incomplete. It's 4th and goal.
Oh my.
Keenan Samuels on the deflection. It's going to be 4th and goal.
And it's tense here in Baltimore, Colin. Fans exhorting on the hometown heroes.
Oh, they're going to line up in shotgun again. 3 wide receivers.
You have an opinion on that. Here we go.
Only the 2nd time we've seen this formation. Reno to the middle, no good.
Oh my.
Had the flats open, but didn't see it. Keenan Samuel knocks it away again.
The defense holds. The defense holds. Wow. Well, turnover on downs. 3:23 to go. Minnesota has all their timeouts.
Ball is on the 1. So, first order of business for Baltimore is they need to get at least to the 5.
Right, yeah. For some punting room.
Here's the give. Ooh, Gaines is almost tackled in the end zone, but he gets out of it anyway. Picks up 4 to about the 5.
Yeah, makes your magical 5 that you just cited. Very good.
I think the Minnesota red zone offense tonight. 2 field goals, a touchdown, and then that turnover on downs.
I was going to say friends and family of the Minnesota legend may want to avert their eyes from that graphic. That hurts. Here we go with a straight I formation.
2nd and 6. Let the play clock wind all the way down. Jack Wigmore turns, gives to Albert Kimball. Stop the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Now what do you do?
Now here's the 3rd down efficiency.
You might want to throw, but ball's incomplete.
And to look at that. In spite of being outgained 71 to 297, Baltimore's leading this game.
Yep.
In part because
that other graphic helps unpack that a little bit. Minnesota's had a lot of long drives. They just haven't been able to finish in the way they'd like to.
3rd and 6. Man in motion. And they put it in the belly of the Hall of Famer. He doesn't get there. He stopped 2 yards short.
And the legend defense holds. I'd be calling a timeout here. Yeah. Oh, they got 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. Yeah, that's a free timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. Strap in for an exciting conclusion. Here from Baltimore, Maddie Coffins standing in her own end zone.
Needs the punt of the Knights right here.
Low snap, gets it away, high kick.
Ford.
Fielded up the middle, but we got a flag as the return
Uh-oh.
is up over the 50, so hold everything.
Oh, is it roughing the kicker?
We got a clip. Ball will be placed on the Minnesota 35. Just backbreaking stuff. And Coach Raven is absolutely furious.
He's mad at that mental lapse there, and we didn't get another look at it.
Ball on 35, minute 48 left. And we're going to get the ball closer to the 50 now.
Yep.
It moves them back to their own 35.
65 yards to go. All 3 timeouts, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Throw in the middle.
Nice.
TJ Quinn catches it, but it's fumble.
Oh,
And
no.
It's picked up by Baltimore and returned to the Minnesota 41. Elvin Mack. Boy, he came up with a big play right away. And
Wow.
you just hate to see it.
That's a killer. That's the almost seals it. Baltimore will have to pick up a first down in this possession.
Elvin Mack forced the fumble. Enzo Bolt picked it up. Giovanni's little brother.
Two mistakes back-to-back for Minnesota, that clip, and then failing to maintain ball security on the first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 from the Minnesota 41-yard line, 142 left.
Watch him run up the middle.
They're going to do exactly just that. Hubba Kimbrell pops through the other side, picks up 5 yards.
That's impressive. Minnesota had that defensed really pretty well.
It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, we forgot to tell you. Rick Meters is going book it for Baltimore, really sticking their neck out.
Gaines tackled in the backfield for a loss. Minnesota calls their 2nd timeout. Here's a look at the team's upcoming schedule. So Baltimore has Atlanta next week on the road, followed by a Week 12 bye. And then a road game at DC before a home season finale in Week 14 against Fort Worth. We have a 3rd down split back situation for the Vultures. This is going to be a give to Kimbrell, and he burrows ahead. And Minnesota will call their last timeout.
They can't get that first down, so maybe we're a little premature in saying Baltimore's going to win this one. Well, that would be on the Rick meter, but
Coffins again. She was really good. She's been really good punting the football. Needs another good punt here.
aiming for the corner.
Fair catch is called at the 11-yard line. And let's go to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Hopefully it's good news.
Hey, thanks, Colin. DC and Motor City is a close one. Lauren Percoco takes over on the last drive. It's DC 20, Motor City 13. V8s have the ball with 7:45 to go in the ball game. Tight one there when you're done in Baltimore. Back to you.
Rick Meter says, book it, Motor City.
Legend take over. 1st and 10 on their own 11 with 1:20 left, no timeouts. Tita Queen holds on to that one. You see, take a look at Reno's updated numbers. 18 of 32, 248 yards. A couple sacks taken. Oh, and he took his third one. That's a bad time for it. Nate Brown, number 76, came flying in to bring him down. Loss of 5. Throw down the middle. Catch made by Jay Taylor.
Wow, good recovery. 3rd and short, Colin.
3rd, 2.
2. Maybe I should have yelled 2.
And
they spike it, yeah.
Smart play there. So for Minnesota, they have a bye week in week 11, so they'll have 2 weeks just to stew over this result.
Whatever it is, celebrate or stew. All right, 4th down and 2. This is it.
47 seconds left. And let's see if Johnny Reno can keep the party going. He cannot, as it's intercepted by Keenan Samuels, but we got a flag. It shouldn't matter, though. Baltimore with possession of the ball. Samuels.
Let's see what the call is. Another clip. You never see clipping, and here's 2 in this.
It's on the return. Baltimore retains possession. Ball moved back to the Minnesota 40s.
Well, that's going to be it, right? No time. Minnesota can't stop the clock. Baltimore's got a fresh set of the ball and 1st down. So this will do it. Hey, let's have a little recap. In case you're paying attention, trying to build your own vocabulary. We talked about haberdashery, anomaly, eidentic memory, aria, singing an aria, opportune, and equine, right? Pay attention to that. We had a little history lesson on General Grant and splitting the South. And in terms of cultural references, we hit Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Seinfeld with the Soup Nazi, a couple of lines from Elf, Dumb and Dumber, and Caddyshack. There you go.
Well, for Minnesota, after the bye, they have 3 straight home games. Week 12 versus Arizona, Week 13 versus Indy, and a classic showdown with their expansion rival cousins. And then in Week 14, they played Charleston. So,
yeah. Also forgot to about our listing out of Canadian music. Very good. And here's the gun.
That's the final. Score 21-13. Baltimore snaps the 7-game winning streak by Minnesota. And Rick Northrup, I'm curious your thoughts as far as what we saw in your player today.
This is a great win. Great win for Baltimore. Came in 500, not liking themselves and where they were. And they had a tall order with a steamrolling Minnesota team. And they played great defense, and their offense looked different tonight. Baltimore's did. And, able to put 3 touchdowns on the board to win this thing.
Ultimately, it was red zone inefficiency by Minnesota that played a big part in this football game. But you see the statistics are pretty even.
Yep. Oh, my player of the game was Irvin, by the way.
Oh, that's a good pick. I'm going to go. It's easy to go Irvin, 7 grabs, 111
Easy.
yards.
Oh, thanks. I thought that was iconic. Everybody goes with a quarterback typically. I think Irvin, he started showing up and was key to that second touchdown, which ended up being the game-winning touchdown.
I think Hubba Kimmerl is your sneaky player of the game. I mean, he didn't gain a lot of yards, 11 totes of the ball for only 38 yards compared to 17 for 65 for Murray, but he stepped up after Murray got hurt. Stephen Black, 12 tackles, 1 assist. And just a really efficient game from Jack Wigmore, only 1 interception thrown.
Yep.
Everything was pretty close. Well, thanks to our statisticians Justin Reside and Ron Haynes. I'm Colin Northrup. It's been Rick Northrup.
Yo.
Thank you all and good night. Cameron Irvin, our executive producer.